Good evening, everyone. So what are we doing this evening? Well, we're spreading slurry. It's quite wet and dull at the moment. We've had a bit of rain for the last hour or so, and just in the last half hour, it's 20 minutes I suppose, it's kind of gotten a little bit on the heavy side now. But yeah, we're slurrying. We're up in one of the fields that we cut the silage of last week, or over the weekend, shall I say. The smaller of the fields, which is actually further away from the yard. Now, why did I start here? Well, it's the furthest field away. It kind of takes the longest to slurry, so I decided to just come here and try and get this field out of the way first. We've quite a bit of slurry to put out. There's three large tanks full at home. Why have we got so much slurry this time of the year? Well, there's two reasons. One reason is we got a little bit of slurry drew in over the summer, which we were kind of using as it was light slurry. It was actually pig slurry, and it was great response from the grazing ground. Whenever you spread it in a week, the grass was all jumping out of the ground. So we're using that for in between all the grazes. So we weren't using just as much of our own slurry as we probably could have because of that. Also, another reason was that we had cattle in all summer. Not a massive amount of numbers, but we had some there that were late for going for slaughter, and that also helped to keep the slurry amounts fairly up. We probably would have filled the guts of a tank over the summer. So yeah, we've a bit of extra slurry that we usually don't have this time of the year, but we'll get it used up. We're going to spreading fairly slow here. We're going to do the silage ground. We have some grazing as well that we can do, and we're also later in the week we'll be taking in some cattle, and that'll also allow us we can slurry the ground that we're taking the cattle in from. The reason we're taking the cattle in is that just age-wise, they're just at an age where they need to go in now and start to be fed. If we leave it any later, we risk then the possibility of the cattle going over age before they're fit, and then there's a reduction then in price and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's really the main reasons for taking them in, and kind of some of the things we're going to be doing over the next few days. Slurrying, we'll be then taking those cattle in, and we'll have a few other bits and pieces jobs going on as well. So probably I'll try and keep the daily videos going for another while. Definitely until probably for the next week or so. I'll try and keep the daily videos going. I've been putting up daily videos now, I suppose, for, well, I'd say over a week. So it'll not last forever, so I'll keep doing them for the minute. We're under a little bit of pressure at the minute because we're heading away on another family wedding at the end of next week, and it's in the US. It's our relations that we have out there. One of the guys out there getting married. So yeah, we're going to be heading out there. We're just coming empty here now. So looking forward to going out there actually, but at the same time it brings that little bit of added pressure to get some jobs done and get everything in order before we go away. We want to try and have everything ready that when we come back. We have nothing on the cattle side to do as such, and it'll allow us that we can concentrate then on getting our bit of sowing done. We'll be back at the end of September, so we'll be able to get our bit of sowing done and all that kind of stuff. So that's the way we're going to try and get it to work out. Whether it works that way or not, we'll just have to see. Yeah, so there'll be weekly video or daily videos up until probably around the middle of next week, till we head off, and I'll try and then put a couple of videos up whilst I'm over there, because we will be out in a kind of the farming area where we were before, and there's a few videos that I want to do out there that I haven't done yet. We're going to be visiting a John Deere dealer when we're out there. We're going to we'll see what they have there. We'll have a look at the stock that they have and machinery and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there'll be a few videos planned for when I'm away. Let's see if we can round this corner. It's fairly tight when you're coming around here. I don't want to do any harm. Yeah, we've done enough harm today. We had a bit of a mishap with one of the tyres on the tanker. Last year, or could have been early this year, there was a small slice coming one of the side walls. Wasn't very deep, didn't seem like it was going to be an issue, but yeah, it turned out that it was an issue this morning. Load number 2, just pulled out of the laneway, turned up the hill as I usually do. A lot of our ground that we have, or that is either owned or rented, is kind of up the hill. So turned right out of the laneway up the hill, and I'm up there a couple of 100 yards, and I start to hear this whoosh, whoosh, whoosh of air coming out of a tyre. So I wasn't really sure where it was coming from initially. Thought it actually might have been the tractor tyres. The 6.9's tyres are well down at this stage. And earlier this year, Dad was away collecting a load of meal, and one of the rear tyres started making a slight hissing noise as he was driving. And what it was just, there's a little bit, with their age now, they're starting to get a little perish at the side, and there's a couple of cracks in them, and they started leaking air at one of those cracks. So we had to take he made it home fine. He wasn't that far from home when it started doing it, but we had to take the tyre off, and we got a patch put on the inside of it, and it's been fine ever since. But we are going to put a new set of tyres on this tractor before well, we had hoped to do it now before the winter. So so I hears this whooshing noise out of air leaving a tyre. So I wasn't that far from the yard, so my first instinct was get turned around as quick as possible, get back to the yard. So I done that, and as I was coming down the lane, the noise started getting louder and more air was leaving the tyre. So still not knowing where it was coming from at this point, just as I was pulling into the yard, just as I got straightened down into the yard, there was a loud whoosh, and the slurry tanker just went like this over to one side. So kind of once I seen the tanker going over, I put 2 and 2 together to the little slice in the side wall of the tyre, and it blowing out. So what we didn't think was a problem turned out that it was a problem then today. So yeah, that kind of, we lost a lot of the day then. Of course the tanker was full of slurry. We'd emptied this, rig it up and emptied the slurry into the closest tank with the pipe, and luckily I had a couple of lengths of 6-inch pipe from when I was doing work on the house, and had linked it all together and got the slurry out the tanker. Then we got the tyre off and got it away and got a new tyre on it. So yeah, not ideal, but look at these things happen. So I didn't get very much slurry done today at all. I was hoping to get a good day's slurrying done, and yeah, didn't get that much done in total. So it's not the video I wanted to make today. I had intended to, I've had my drone charged up and ready for some drone footage, because I haven't used it in the last couple of months really for any videos. So it's gonna maybe take a bit of footage of me slurrying, and yeah, well, that didn't happen then. So but tomorrow we'll get a bit of footage on that, and yeah, we'll see what else we're doing then, and we'll, as I say, we'll keep the daily videos going till the end of the week. So yeah, that's really it until tomorrow's video. As always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video and would like to see more in the lines of these kind of videos. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.